Okay, welcome to this tutorial. Today we'll be talking about how to effectively utilize Git to work on the code and be able to maintain separate branches and stuff. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you're on a master branch, and you want to update your local master branch to the origin master branch. So what is the this is the branch you are on, and origin master is what GitHub says. So in order to get origin master and pull it into master, you simply just go git pull, and it will tell you if it's already up to date. The next thing you want to do is, for example, I have made some changes in this file requirements.txt, um, and then what I want to do is I want to um, make a PR for this. So the first thing you want to do is you want to check out a branch, not the master branch. So you can see the master branch over here, and call it something like your name and update requirements. Now if you do git status, you can see that you're on the update requirements branch. So you want to make sure these changes that you want to be have in the branch are added to the commit. So for example, one way to check this, if you have a PyCharm IDE, is to click on the commit and click on here and switch to commit dialog. And then when you do it, you can see the individual changes for every single file. For example, my change, I only want to update requirements.txt. I do not want this change because, for example, it's just testing change. So you can just right click and click rollback and undo that. So there's two ways to commit. Let me show you the way with the terminal one first. Over here you do git add dot, and then when you after you do git add dot, you notice that the changes you have made are staged, and then the next thing you want to do is you want to commit. Git commit -m, m indicating a message, and your message can be update requirements.txt. So if the first time you make a commit, it will ask you to configure your global information. So you can just copy paste. Let's try that again. And I use your email address, and then also git config. And then this time when you click git commit -m update requirement, okay, I noticed that it is now running the pre-commit. The pre-commit checks the files over all the changes that you made, and since it's the first time, it just initializes the environment, but the second time you won't see this issue. The pre-commit configuration can be found in precommit-config.yaml, and you can see all the different checks. For example, this checks the symbolic links to make sure that it doesn't have any issues. Symbolic links are like shortcuts in Windows, just a way to refer to a different location. Other tests include Black, which is a Python checker, for example, it skips and passes all of the tests, and then you do git status, and now you want to push. So the first time when you push a new branch, you're going to want to copy this command. This means that you have this branch on your computer, but this branch does not exist on GitHub. Once you put in the set upstream origin, this branch will exist on GitHub. For example, I can go view all branches here, and I can see the branch that I've created just now. Now that you have a branch, you want to create a pull request. You can do this by clicking on this link here. You can also go to pull request and click that. Both ways work. I'm going to just do it like this. Then you want to make sure that create the pull request, and then you want to add a reviewer. For example, the reviewer for this pull request will be some of the collaborators in the team. If you're new to the team, you can just add me or manx, which is Jonathan, and make sure that you have met these requirements. Now that you're on GitHub, you can check the commits that you made. So if you look at the commits, you can see like every individual commit has these specific changes, and then you can look at the files changed to see the overall the combination of all the commits you made. Now if you go down here, you notice that you cannot merge this branch right away. It's requiring a review, and it's requiring to pass these integration tests. So the integration tests are cat-can-lint. All of these tests you can, by the way, find in GitHub workflows, and then you can see these tests over here. If you want to see the progress of an integration test, you can go click on detail here, and then it will show you the different steps it's running. It's like setup job, Rust tooling. For example, this one is a test PyTest, which is over here. And if you ever need to update the steps, you can go ahead and update them here. If your integration test fails, you should come here and go back to your pull request and see if it fails. You can notice that some of these PRs have these check marks. When the check marks are there, it means when it's done, it should show that all 5 tests have passed. So I've made it so that the Git sends it to Git updates. So when you see these updates on your screen, it means tests have been passed. For example, right now, cat-can-lint has passed. You want to click update auto merge. What this does, it saves you some time. So when you send this request, for example, to someone, can you please review this PR? Yeah, they will then go and approve your pull request. So the way to approve the pull request is when they click on the link, they'll see the pull request, and they'll see this button over here saying review changes, and they will be able to click on the approve and submit review. If they do not approve, they can add comments on the code. For example, sample comment, please fix. Or they can click on request changes if they do not agree with the pull request. So once it's approved, you'll see some green check marks over here as well. And the requirement for having a pull request go in is that one of the check marks, at least one reviewer, has reviewed the code. In addition, there are also labels. For example, if I want to indicate that this pull request is a bug, and then I also want to indicate what project it is in. So this is probably Zuckerbot project, milestones, and such, and the issues that fixes. This I will go into more detail about later, and that's the gist of it. So once you have pushed your pull branch, you can then go back to the master branch and make sure you pull, and then you can create some new branches. So you always go back to master branch, and then you go check out -p a new work branch, and then you continue working on this branch. One other thing is fixing merge commits. So for example, suppose I have created the branch and someone pushed to master, and that branch has conflicted with my branch. So for this, I will give you an example. So for now, I will just edit the README, for example. Like for example, in this branch called new work branch, I added the README. Okay, notice that this check has failed. When the check has failed, you just do git add dot again. It will automatically reformat everything, and then you run the commit again, and you push. Another way you can commit is you can go here. Okay, so I will create this new work branch. And then let's suppose someone on like has edited the README already. For example, someone, let me just make the exact same as different change on the same line, and someone just commits directly to master. So then when you look at the pull request, you're going to see that there is going to have a merge conflict. You can click on resolve conflicts here, and you can manually fix the merge conflict here. Or if you are here, and if it's a very difficult merge, then you can go here, git pull origin master. What this does, it will merges the master branch from the origin, which is pointing to GitHub, into your current branch, which is called new work branch. You're going to notice that there are some conflicts. So, and then maybe this will highlight and show red that there's an issue. A useful tool on PyCharm is you can go here, git resolve conflicts, and click merge. And then you notice that this is the changes that was done on master. Someone else pushed it before I was able to merge it, and this is the change that I made. So you want to pick one of these two. For example, I prefer the master. I prefer my own change over what's on master. So I click there, and I close this, and this also. Then I just click apply, and then you do git status, and you notice that all conflicts have been fixed. I go git commit. It will create a merge commit, and then it will say I'll be missing by 2 commits. Git push. And now you notice that an extra commit has been added called merge branch master, and it will you can notice, and then this is how you basically resolve your merge commits. So I'm not actually gonna use this PR, so I'm just gonna close this for now. What else? Just a reference. If you have run into some issues with Git, there's a little like quick help page over here showing you all the things you can do. Sometimes you want to clean all the changes locally, so you have to do git reset hard, git clean fd. If you ever run into some issues with Git that you don't know, feel free to consult any other member in the team. And that concludes the tutorial on how to use Git. Thank you for listening.